Texas-sized halftime show and 2 dominant wins mark the NFL's Christmas Day fun. But regardless of all the action on the field, all eyes are on the ratings numbers after Netflix hosted those marquee matchups. The streaming giant hopes to turn sports broadcasting on its head after breaking the bank to live stream football, boxing, pro wrestling, you name it, a whole lot more. NewsNation's Ryan Bass has more for us this morning. So, Ryan, again, the big question is, after last month's Tyson-Paul fight, how was the stream last night for Netflix's NFL Day?
A couple of small hiccups, Markie, in the beginning, especially with audio issues on their pregame show. But when it came to actual game action and the big Beyonce halftime show, it was smooth sailing, which had to make the NFL pleased given its new romance with the streaming giant. This was a huge, massive success when it came to Netflix and broadcasting these NFL games. We're going to get more numbers in terms of viewership here in the coming hours into the afternoon between the Chiefs and the Steelers and the Ravens and the Texans. But this Netflix foray into America's most popular sport, they crushed it. Netflix paid the NFL $150 million to broadcast both Christmas Day games. Yesterday was the first of a 3-year deal, signifying one of the streamer's biggest days since its 1998 launch. Some initial data was reported, and according to NFL media via Netflix, over 200 countries tuned in at some point during the Chiefs-Steelers game, with nearly 1/3 of Netflix global concurrence watching. It was the second most streamed live sports event on Netflix after the Tyson-Paul fight in November, which drew north of 60 million viewers. And one of the biggest draws, of course, for Netflix was in the nightcap with Beyonce's halftime show in her hometown of Houston, which felt more like a Super Bowl halftime-worthy performance. The massive Cowboy Carter production featured cameos from Shaboozey, Post Malone, her daughter Blue Ivy as well. It marked the first time that Beyonce performed songs from her 2024 album Cowboy Carter in front of a live audience, and the Grammy winner did not disappoint. Now, the largest audience for a streaming exclusive NFL game actually happened in the playoffs last year between the Chiefs and the Dolphins. 23 million people on Peacock. The Christmas Day games last year, 3 of them averaged about 28.6 million viewers. So it's going to be a really, really big day for Netflix when the final numbers come out. And as you mentioned, Markie, get used to watching sports on Netflix. You've got Christmas Day games coming up the next couple of years. WWE's Raw starts in January, the FIFA Women's World Cup. So they are certainly trying to make a splash into the sports scene.
Well, ratings and money talk. And for Netflix, it's the tune of $150 million from the NFL. Fascinating. Ryan Bass, thank you so much. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.